I don't care if you expected us to be on the podcast at 8:30. If you up, smash that like button. This is Black to Black Times Infinity. It's your boy Blue coming to you straight from the stack. Shout me out, fan, with that dank shit. On my left, we have the oldest ninja in the world, Oh Ninja.
You and I are a pair, Raggedy Man.
Nice. On my far right, next one on ones and twos, checking the people on threes and fours, Kronos.
About to get the whole world hyped about the Lale geopolitics and tactical espionage games again. I'm just saying.
Oh shit, we're gonna dive into that one.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into
Back in here again. Wednesday night. Prodigy is out there hiding again from Zuck.
Yeah.
So got another win under his belt, so he's coming after Cthulhu.
Yeah. Ever since Zuck won some award, he won like a jiu-jitsu award, so now he's coming for Prodigy.
Well, he got medals, so he got a gold and a silver.
Award. Yeah,
No
I mean,
gi, no gi.
What's the Prodigy got? Buddhas? I mean,
You know what he don't got? Facebook.
oh, that's true.
billions of dollars.
Yeah. All right. Stats for
Stats.
the week. Listener of the week would be Carolina. Thank you very much. We definitely appreciate it. And in the chat,
My name is Reaper.
Reaper. Yeah.
Yeah, Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, she's a pepper of some sort, and apparently maybe deadly. I don't know. And because we were late, everybody else is late too, so nobody in the chat just yet. But it's all good. All right.
Oh,
There we go. Dan is in from Rescue Residence, which I have to talk about in a little bit.
Oh, you got more to talk about? Okay.
No, I mean, I'll talk about Rescue Residence in a little bit. He's potentially good news. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, so you have an update is what I'm alluding to.
Yeah.
Check in the chat. It's, Killer Frost is up in there.
Yeah.
Oh, he was here last week too. What's up, fam? He knows what's up. Yeah, let me queue up. Where was I? Okay. I gotta scroll up because we got some pretty semi-heavy, some pretty heavy RIPs this week.
Oh yeah, big one.
Yeah, we want to pour out old 40 dollars for Slits and a little champagne. We're gonna start with Ray Stevenson. He's a British actor who played Titus in the HBO series Rome. He played two characters in the MCU, or no, he played two Marvel characters, and one of them is in the MCU. He played Frank Castle, the Punisher, in Punisher Warzone. I don't know if a lot of people kind of swear that movie was great. I never watched it. I'm pretty sure it's not. But
I mean,
he also played.
It was great for a Marvel movie in the '90s.
Sure.
Wasn't it the 90s? I think it was early 2000s, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it was late 90s.
Is that the one with the giant Russian dude that throws him through a wall, or is that the first Punisher one?
Kevin Nash. Yeah, that wasn't that one.
Yeah,
that was with something Jane. What's his name?
Oh, Thomas Jane.
There we go.
He also plays Volstagg in Thor. He's in Prodigy's pick for Best Picture from last year, RRR, Triple R. He's featured also as a Ukrainian mobster in the 7th season of Dexter. He plays Blackbeard in the Star series Black Sails, which I've heard was really good. I haven't seen it. In the Rock-led film G.I. Joe Retaliation, he plays Firefly. He's in all 3 Divergent films. He's also the voice of Garth Saxon in the Star Wars Rebels and Star Wars: The Clone Wars animated series. In the London Star Wars Celebration this past year, it was announced that he would play the Dark Jedi Baylan Skoll in the upcoming Star Wars series Ahsoka. He died while filming Casino in Ischia in Italy. I believe that's not Iscia. I don't speak Italian, so I don't know how it's pronounced. He died 4 days before his 59th birthday.
Yeah, it sucks. Especially because, he's in Ahsoka. He's like the main, looks like the main bad guy.
It looks
Sith
like
Lord.
Yeah. Next up, we have Jim Brown. Jim Brown, who he was an NFL football fullback for the Cleveland Browns, but he was also a civil rights activist and actor. He played for the Cleveland Browns from 1957 through 1965. He is ranked the number 1 all-time player on the college football 150 list to celebrate the sports anniversaries, which they did recently, I believe. Before he even played football, he was a lacrosse player, but apparently he played lacrosse in high school. Apparently, a lot of people erroneously say he played lacrosse in college. He played football his freshman year at Syracuse, where he endured very, very harsh racism at the school, but he still endured. He was named the greatest football player ever by the Sporting News in 2002. In the 1960s, his activism include he organized the Cleveland Summit, which was a meeting of the nation's top black athletes, including Bill Russell and Lou Alcindor or Alcindor. He would later become Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They all got together to support Muhammad Ali's fight against serving in Vietnam. In the later on in the 80s, he would work to curb gang violence in LA. In 1988, he co-founded the Amer I Can, a program to help disadvantaged inner city youth and ex-convicts. He was also best friend to Richard Pryor, who counseled him after he burnt himself up from accidental combustion. Actually, he burnt himself up from smoking from a crack pipe, pretty much.
I know shit on fire.
Yeah, he was also there to help him kick his addiction to drugs. In the 70s, Brown left football after 9 seasons with the Browns, including a Super Bowl win, and he went into acting. He obtained 53 acting credits. He got a couple of leading roles throughout the 70s. He's even been described as the first black action hero in such films as Rio Chanchos, The Dirty Dozen. His first leading role was in the film The Split. In the film 100 Rifles, he's billed over his co-stars Raquel Welch and Burt Reynolds. He had a love scene with Raquel Welch, which is lauded as one of the first interracial love scenes in a major Hollywood movie. This is further documented in Spike Lee's documentary on Jim Brown. I believe it's called Jim Brown, an American Legend. Some of the more contemporary films you can see him in was like the very popular The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, Sucker Free City, which is directed by Spike Lee, which is featured in the Bay Area, and Any Given Sunday. He died last week at the age of 87. And then this one, the news dropped today. On this one, we have Anne Mae Bullock, or better known by her stage name as Tina Turner. She is heralded as the Queen of Rock, even though I think she's more the Queen of R&B, but she did rock out a bunch of times, so she had a huge career. Even though she is an American, she is also a naturalized Swiss. Her work includes her being a singer, songwriter, dancer, actress, and author. She started out with Ike Turner as Ike and Tina, becoming the most prolific duo in the 60s. She's only starred in 2 films, the 1970 musical Tommy and the 80s film Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Her film What's Love Got to Do with It was based off of her autobiographical book, I, Tina, the story of my life. She's not in it, but she's played by Angela Bassett. In the 80s, Tina apparently launched one of the greatest comebacks in history. Her 84 album, Private Dancer, contained the hits What's Love Got to Do with It, Better Be Good to Me, Private Dancer, We Don't Need Another Hero, Thunderdome, Typical Male, The Best, I Don't Want to Fight, Goldeneye, Break Every Rule. Oh, no, sorry. Those are the songs on her Grammy Award-winning album. The song What's Love Got to Do with It won a Grammy Record for the Year. She did this at the age of 44. She was the oldest female solo artist to hit the top 100, and apparently she only had one number 1 single from that album, actually ever, apparently. She's one of the best-selling artists of all time, with over 100 million records sold worldwide. She has 12 Grammys. 3 of them are Grammy Hall of Fames. One of them is Lifetime Achievement Award. She's the first woman and African-American artist to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. Just mind-blowing to me, because I could have sworn Michael Jackson was on there, but Tina deserves it. She has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. There's also a St. Louis Walk of Fame. She has a star there. That's where she has met She is a star there due to the fact that this is where she first met Ike and performed there and started playing out of those clubs out in St. Louis. She's been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, once as Ike and Tina, and again as a solo artist. She died at the age of 83 today.
Also, fuck Ike Turner. Just had to put that out there.
Yeah, I didn't want to go. So I was like editing part of this before I got notification that we were live. But there's so much to her and Jim Brown's history that you can literally do an entire podcast that could last you weeks just on their careers alone.
Yeah.
So I had to numb it down just for a lot of people who may or may not be familiar with them. Even though I'm not, I'm pretty sure more people are familiar with Tina than they are with Jim Brown. But you should kind of know both. But
I had to look up Jim Brown when I heard he passed away. I was like, "Who's this guy?"
You never watch I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker? He's in a bunch of movies, but yeah.
He's in a ton of movies.
Yeah. I only person I know and I'm gonna get you sucker is
The Wayans.
one of the Wayans brothers, right? Yeah.
Oh, you never seen the Running Man? He's in the Running Man.
Yeah.
I seen Running Man, but you know who's in Running Man? Isn't it like
Yeppy Kyoto, who also passed away.
Who's the main actor in Running Man?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold. That's right. Yeah.
Arnold
Schwarzenegger. But yeah, it's kind of sad that he passed away. I mean, she's up there in age, but then again, like she did a lot for music. But then also she kind of like the Tina Turner story. I felt like kind of rocket Angela Bassett because she was a known actress, but like I think that really like solidified her badassness. And then what's so crazy is that she never like lost that body figure that she built from that for being Tina Turner. 'Cause Tina Turner, she was known for being like swole, like she was like real fit and stuff like that. It was kind of crazy. Especially for one in her age, she still had that built.
Well, she continued to tour into like her 70s, so she maintained the dancer physique.
It's like
So
Grace,
she was-
like Grace Jones.
Grace Jones,
Yeah.
who's still with us. Grace Jones had just had a birthday actually. Her birthday was like a week or two ago.
Grace
I think
Jones still
she's-
out there grabbing them and taking them.
Yeah. I think Grace Jones is 70 something now. She might be older actually. Let me see.
Could you imagine having that?
It's such a-
Just segueing a little bit for Grace Jones, like having that level of just like confidence as a woman at that time, like back then, and like having to deal with like colorism and being a woman and being somebody that tall, like all that shit, and just being like that confident with herself. I mean, back then, that would have been very difficult to do.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
she had her own signature style and she didn't give a fuck.
No,
She
didn't.
She had Nina Simone's attitude, like she'll fight somebody. She don't give a fuck about you, nobody else. She's 75. There you go. She's turned 75 on the 19th.
Was Grace Jones in Mad Max, or was she another
No,
movie?
she's in View to a Kill. She's in a couple movies. She's in Boomerang.
She's in Conan.
She's in Conan.
That's what it is. Conan, I was thinking of. Yeah, she's in Conan.
She's also in Boomerang. She's also in.
I love her Boomerang. Here, puss.
Yeah. She's also in James Bond's View to a Kill. She plays Mayday. It's funny because you can be Mayday and GoldenEye, the N64 game. It's so funny.
All right. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, or the mac and cheese and cornbread of the podcast, I just want to talk about Rescue Residence really quickly, maybe just for a few minutes. We have the potential of being fully funded. Basically,
Nice.
more than what we initially were going out for. We are partnering with another company to get funded, and it's going to allow us to basically build our own facility, kind of the way that we want to do it, and it's
Nice.
potential to be super cool. There's only like one like small caveat is that we have to come up with like a little bit of money to help facilitate this, and it's by a reputable company. We're trying to shoot for a goal of $5,000 before the end of this month, which is actually coming up pretty soon. So if anybody listens to this podcast, I'll put it in the description. If you can donate any amount, even $1 would help at this point in time. I'm going to put in another large donation, probably tonight or tomorrow, to make sure that we're over over our goal. But yeah, things are looking really good for Rescue Residents at this point, and hopefully we'll be able to help veterans experiencing homelessness sooner than we thought. I know I talked about sort of vaguely about a personal friend of mine who his whole family is experiencing homelessness, and what I had to do to get them rehoused and kind of moved out of the area. That was a lot, and I learned a lot from that experience because it went into like a lot of issues that I didn't really think about that much. I didn't think it was going to be like that difficult, but it is, and it's definitely a learning experience. And I need to go back to the rest of the board and talk about kind of what was involved in what happened, and some things where I think we might have some holes in our original plan, but it's all good. I think it's going to make us a better nonprofit for this experience, and I'm glad that. Well, not glad, but it's oddly fortunate that this happened to somebody that I have love for, that I can help out, because I can look past a lot of things that I maybe would not have looked out. I might not have looked past with a total stranger, and this is going to open up kind of my mind and my heart to people that I don't know, because seeing like what he went through, even with somebody that he did know, and still struggled, like I'm more empathetic than I was even before. I was empathetic, but even more so now. So yeah, I'll put a link in the chat right now. If you can donate, that'd be great. If not, it's no big deal. But like I said, any dollar amount will do. We are a full 501c3. So if you want to get a receipt for your donation, we can do that. So, and you can write it off on your taxes. So there you go. Be charitable and get some shit back on your taxes. So yeah, that's all I got right now for Rescue Residents. Rescue Residents. Hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to give you even more good news, because I know that Papa Bear is looking for some land to sign a deal with to get some ground breaking, and I'll be able to come up there and hopefully we'll get a golden E-tool, and we'll get some video, and yeah, get it done. So yeah,
Nice.
now
Congratulations. That's a big accomplishment, getting sponsors to help out.
yeah, and it's this is gonna be a great thing, which is good, because I need some fucking good news in my life right now. Yeah, I've had just the shittiest year, really. So it keeps getting worse.
It's only summertime too. So.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, this sounds amazing, dude. I'm reading the description. It looks like a whole ass community with just like RVs. That's what it looks like.
And so we're going for. We're going to do obviously we're going to do immediate rehousing to help people obviously get off of the streets, then build them an RV and get them moved to wherever they need to go if they would like to go somewhere else. If they need to stay somewhere, we're going to talk about more permanent housing for people that want to go that route. So with the funding that we are more than likely going to get, that will facilitate both of these needs. So I think it would be great.
All right. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, and Papa Bear just put in he's thinking about calling it the Rescue Residents Recovery Ranch. All the R's, man. All the R's.
Oh.
She should throw some more R's in there.
Yeah.
You use your real name. Well, I know you guys want to get heavy into some stuff that was talked about today, but I just want to go over something real quick before we dive deep
First,
into
I
what
think
happened on.
we should probably talk about some stuff. We didn't get through everything last week, so we can always get to that other stuff later.
Well, I want to talk about the thing I want to talk about real quick.
Yeah,
because so there's a new show on Hulu that I started watching that it came up on my TikTok feed, and I was like, this shit's funny. I'm gonna check it and find out where this is. And there's a show called Extraordinary. It's about people. It's about a world where everybody gets superpowers after they turn 18, but the main person, she's like 25 and she hasn't gotten her powers yet. So it almost got that High School Academia, but not really.
Yeah,
yeah, not really, because they're all adults. So it's rated TVMA, so it's more on the adult side. And so I think it takes place in Ireland, but I want to say the main girl's like I want to say she's no, I think she's Irish. She's Irish, but dude, it's so fucking funny because her roommate on the show, her power is that she can talk to the not that she can talk to the dead, but she can conjure up the dead, like they can speak through her. So like the first scene that they show up her, she's like in a law room, and there's the wife of the deceased and like his mistress, and they're fighting over like the will, and like the wife is disputing it, but the other one's like, no, he left me all the money. And like the girl, she does like a really good like impression of like out from the word. This guy who died, like he's a total fucking dick. He's like, look, bitch, this is what I wanted in my will. Like you're not getting anything. He like laughs and stuff like that. Before he leaves, he like flips him off and then like goes back. She goes back to her normal self. But like they get mad at her because they want to take it out on her. But like what's also funny is that like music studio hire her to come and like record some a country song from this guy. Wanted her to conjure up his spirit or whatever. But this guy's like super racist, super homophobic, super like super sexist. But like they try to rewrite the words of his song to make it be more like modern. But like you can tell how bad the song was before by the word to replace it with. Like he talks about how he wants to take his lover home and he wants to eat her out. Like the new lyrics is eat her out, but the old lyrics was like choke her or something like that, like choke her and like beat her. So like it was like crazy off the wall shit. But like the roommate had a boyfriend. His superpower is that he can rewind time. But this guy like I don't know why, but he like forgets that he can do this because there's like a lot of situations where he can rewind time and he doesn't fucking do it, which is funny. But like he formed this like vigilante group because like they get him and his girlfriend get like this is that episode 1, so I'm not like really spoiling the entire season because the season is 8 seasons long, and this is like episode 1. But like the guy, they get mugged by invisible guy, and like the girl's on her phone, and all of a sudden like something starts jerking her phone away from her hand, and then like it just takes it. It's like what the hell's going on? And then like the guy's like give me your wallet, and the guy like throws his wallet and like they run. But like he decides to form like a vigilante group, and so one of the guys in the group, his power is he has the ability to 3D print, but only from his butt. So you have to like squat down and poop. Yeah. And then this other guy, his power is that he can walk through walls, but like since he's so like kind of out of shape, he kind of can't do it too well. So there's a scene where he gets like stuck in the wall and only his butt is sticking out. It's like it's fucking crazy, man. But like one of the favorite parts so far is that this is kind of later in the episode, like the girl, she's scared to go to the dentist, and the dentist's superpower is that whoever's around them, they can hear their own theme music. So like the girl says she's scared of the dentist, like horror music start playing. She's like walking down the hallway and it's like it's like horror movie playing. But then like the dentist is like, hey, I can give you some drugs to help like ease the nerves. She's like, no, I just want to just do it. And so the dentist starts putting her hand inside of her mouth, like check her teeth, and then the porn music starts playing.
What the fuck?
She's like, you're getting turned on by the dentist having her hand in her mouth. And she's like, yeah, I'll take drugs. But another part of the first episode, the show's it's fucking hilarious, man. You definitely gotta check it out. But like, there's one at the very beginning of the episode, the girl's going on a job interview, and the person asking her a question is like, hey, how's your day going so far? She's like, oh, I was on the way over here, but then I had to take a shit, and like I almost thought I was gonna make it. And, like she just started talking about all this stuff, and she's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that." She's like, "Oh, don't worry, my power is that you have to tell the truth on me. Like that was the power." And then she just goes off like all this other crazy shit. She's like, "Why do you think you're a perfect for the job?" She's like, "Because I need the money." Like the shit that she says when she's telling the truth is fucking hilarious. But like I only touch on a little bit of what's going on in the show. But, like it's definitely worth checking out. It's so fucking funny, man. It's like there's one girl, she got her power and she got super strength, and it turns out that she's a lesbian, and she's kind of new to using her powers. So yeah, something happens, but I won't spoil what happens until later on. But it's pretty fucking funny. But yeah, definitely check out the show. It's on Hulu, man. It's so fucking hilarious. You'll be dying laughing from beginning to end.
All right, you're breaking up there a little bit. I'm not sure if it's on my end or your end.
No, he's breaking up. I heard it too.
Okay, I'm like trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with my
Yeah,
internet. Looks like I'm up. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna check it out because I need a new show after Andor. I'm sad because Andor was so good. Yeah.
But we got
Episodes are short too. They're only 30 minutes. They're not like an hour long. You can superpower through it.
So if you want another show, I got another show recommendation. It's a little funky to watch at the moment. I'll explain why in a moment. But it's a show. It's on MGM Plus. It's called From. It's from the guys that made Lost. Jack Bender, he's one of the directors and producers, but it's also from the Russo brothers. So the two Russo brothers are producers on this show. It stars Harold. I can't pronounce his last name, but he was on Lost. He was the black dude on Lost. So he's like the main character on this show. The premise is people were driving, and they're driving like on a camping trip or to the beach or whatever, and then there's a tree in the road. So when they try to turn around and go to where they came from, they end up going back to the same spot that it's like a town. It's like a very small town. They go back to the town. They try to go back the other way. They end up going back to the town no matter which direction they take. So they end up being stuck there until they find like the residents that have been there, they've been stuck there for a while too. And then at night, there's these people that come out. They look like they're like vampires, but they're also dressed like from the 50s. And they like pretty much devour anyone that is not inside a home. And each home is protected by like a talisman. So at night, if you're not inside a house with a talisman, you basically get gutted. And anybody that is not protected gets fucked up. Like even children. They show like small children that are like hollowed out. So you don't see the actual act, but you see the aftermath of what's happening. And then things just get weirder from there. That's just the first episode. So it's on MGM Plus. You can watch it on Prime Video. You can watch the entire first season on Prime. You have to sign up for a free trial to watch season 2, which is airing currently now. But it's a very strange. It's very much like Lost. The way I describe it, it's like Lost meets 30 Days of Night. That's the way the show is. It's literally those two things merged together, and it's very well acted. Even though like most of the people you don't really know, except for the guy from Lost. Even though I don't really remember his name, but all the questions you ask while you're watching, the guest or the cast asks. They're like, "What about this? What's wrong with this person?" You know, there's also creepy people that are in the town. Like one person knows more than he thinks, or more than everyone else, and he won't explain why. But then you find out he's been there for a very, very, very long time. So it's like all these things from Lost are very similar, but this feels like they explain a little bit more, and it's very, very, it's very entertaining. It keeps you like on the edge of your seat, like what's gonna happen next type thing, and you gotta wait till the next fucking episode. So I'm very invested in the show. My cousin's been watching it. I go to his house to watch it because we make a big deal out of watching the show because it's very well done. I have to say, and it's very adult because they swear a lot, but there's also like gore, which is pretty good, and they do a very good amount of character development. So I recommend.
The actor was in Romeo and Juliet too. He was
Oh yeah, he's like yeah, he's like the best friend. I remember.
Oh, he was Link in the Matrix movies.
Oh,
the Dread
in the face.
No, he was in all 3 of them. Or no, he was no, it's on here. It says that he was in Reloaded and Revolution.
What?
And he played Link.
He does play Link. Well, I remember him in the sequels, but still. But yeah.
Oh. Look, he was he Builder's brother or something like that.
Which one of the brothers? Yeah.
Light skinned guy.
Yeah. Dark skinned guy.
No, that's darker skin.
Oh. He's super dark. Hang on.
Oh, the big guy.
No, he was a skinnier guy.
The younger one, the skinny guy.
He's the one that was like he'll stay on the ship and be like do the whole operator thing.
Oh,
whenever
he was
they
the
like
guy
call
with
it.
the dreads.
Yeah,
he's the one that walks to the room like, "Hey, where's my put?" And his family's there.
Yeah, he was. I remember him from Oz in the wheelchair. So.
Oh yeah, he's in his. I can't. His last name is like French.
I was gonna try to.
Pernu, yes, that's like Pernu. very long, but it's pronounced very short. So, but he's the main guy on From. So, it's been very well done. I'm highly invested. It's only been like a season and 5 episodes so far. One season and we're 5 episodes into season 2. The new episodes air Sunday night. So there you go. That's
All
my
right,
recommendation.
let's get into it.
All right.
Deep dive.
The PlayStation Showcase was today, so we're gonna go deep into some gaming today because yeah, they kind of announced it last minute, sort of. I guess it was like maybe a week or two notice, which I guess this is the way that all of the major consoles are doing it now because E3 is basically gone. So they're just like we're just gonna do our own little showcases throughout the year, and I'm not complaining. I mean, I'd like E3 to come back, but I'm still getting games are still coming out, so fuck it, whatever. Yeah. So the first game that came up, I know me and Old Ninja watched this. I don't know if Blue did. I don't think you did, right?
Nah, I haven't had a chance to.
Okay.
Other things to take care of.
It wasn't the best ever, but it was pretty good in my opinion. It was a good mix of AAA games and some indie ones, some niche games. The first one that came up was Fairgame, and I thought it was Watch Dogs at first because it seemed very Watch Dogs-esque with like the hacking and like the kind of weird weapons and they look like a hack. Look like Watch Dogs, but apparently it's called Fairgame. It looks like a heist type game where you have like your own little crew. You son of a bitch, I'm in, and you try to heist something before everybody else can. So it looks like multiplayer heist type game. What did you think, O Ninja?
That one I didn't. I don't think I saw that one. I came in a little later, but
Okay.
but yeah, that's probably the only game I didn't see. But go ahead.
The next one up was I'm not going to say all the games because I'm just say the ones that are probably more geared towards our audience. Helldivers 2. I remember playing Helldivers on my PS Vita. So the original one. So Helldivers is kind of like it's very goddamn, what's the name of the movie? Starship Troopers, name of the book too. Starship Troopers, like the movie, not the book, because the book is way different from the movie. Anyway, yeah, it's very Starship Troopers, like with the comedy with people dying from bugs, giant bugs, and going out there and kicking bugs' asses and stuff. So that looked like an like maybe not MMO, but definitely like a PVE type game, where it's like a pretty large squad groups going after bugs. So it looked funny. It's probably not going to be like I would say probably like a double A game, not a triple A game. But I was sort of into it because sometimes I like playing games like that. I love PVE games. And Phantom Blade Zero, which is did you see that one, O Ninja?
I saw like the end of it, so I didn't see all of it. I mean, to me, it's just like another Weeb game. But go ahead.
No, Phantom Blade Zero actually looked like Ghost of Tsushima if it was like a Chinese kung fu like game. It looked like the action looked really fucking good. Like they were doing some really fast, fucking crazy ass combos. Some dude with a big ass gun is shooting shit, and like I don't know, it looked really interesting. And basically, like the main character has like 66 days to live, and he's going up against like a variety of like enemies and bosses and shit.
So I didn't get the 66 days thing because I came in late. So I was like, "What the hell? What the hell does that mean?" And I wasn't fully invested at that time. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It like the action. If you watch the full trailer, the action looked really fucking cool. Like you can do some crazy kung fu. I'm just gonna kill everybody in front of me with ease type deal. So if it's like anywhere near Ghost of Tsushima level of action, which it seemed like it, but we got to see how the gameplay works in the game because he can look cool in the demos and all, but if it doesn't link together in the gameplay, if it looks all clunky and shit, then the game's gonna suck. So yeah, and the Talos Principle, no, that one doesn't really matter. So Immortals of Aveum was the next game of import. That's a AAA title from EA. It's basically Call of Duty with magic. So
yeah, this game already has hate. As soon as people saw the EA logo, they're like, "Fuck this!" They were like, "Fuck it!" But I'm like, dude, this actually looks kind of cool. To me, it kind of looks like all these other free to play like Magic games, like was not Kingdom of Avalor because
This did not look free to play.
No, it is not. It is not free to play, but it does look. It does look like. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Arcane meets like Magic the Gathering. That's what it looked like. Because like you have to, you're like the new uh, um, brash young guy, and like everyone keeps telling you, like the chick, uh, basically Ikora from Destiny is telling you you need to like step up and mind your man and like pay attention on the field. Like you can still die even though like you're an immortal, but you can still die, I guess. But you need to like pay attention. Like they had really cool shit that you can do. Like they're casting spells, but it's in first person, by the way, and you're just like throwing shit out, like killing hordes of enemies like very quickly. So it looks cool. It looks like it's some high frame rate type of shit. I'm very very optimistic. I want to wait to see when it drops, like how well it was received. But it looks like this has promise.
Could, yeah, but I mean, this could be, I mean, the last EA game that looked like amazing, that was the original IP was Anthem, and
That was Fireway game. Fireway.
it was the BioWare owns EA.
Yeah. Well,
Or, I'm sorry, EA owns BioWare.
Fireware.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah. So I hope that this is good. There's also a swole ass fucking female character that could get the business. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yep.
Like people are gonna be mad about that because like ladies can't be swole. I'm like, fuck that shit. Let them be swole. I'm just saying.
Yeah. They're scared of them swole abbies, man.
Yeah.
Those swole abbies be getting guys in their feelings.
Yep.
Weird.
Just saying. You know who Lean Beef Patty is on the internet?
No, I don't.
She's like this kind of sort of swole. Like she's not like swole Abby type swole, but she's pretty. I would say like I don't know how to put this. She's like lean swole.
Yeah. No. Do you know who Michelle Lewin is? She's like the. You know who that person is?
No.
She's like I believe she's Mexican. She might be Spanish, but she's a bodybuilder. But she like models, and she's pretty swole, but she's very very very.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I recognize her now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I came across this girl, Lean Beef Patty.
Yeah.
I came across her TikTok, Instagram a couple of times. She looks like a nerd, like a geeky person, but like she's got a super fit body.
Yeah.
Like super fit. But it's not like she's not like super buff. She's like I don't know, she's just cut.
Yeah, she's lean.
Yeah, lean beef patty.
But she's like thick though too, which is I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know.
I've seen this girl because I've seen her. Yeah, she's the one who talks about how to get abs in like 30 days or some shit.
I hope she says eat better because that's the way to do it. Anybody that tells you their fucking ab routine bullshit and this is how you get abs, stop it. The main way you get abs is you clean up your goddamn diet. Your abs are already there. You just gotta get the fucking fat away. You can do all the goddamn 5 million goddamn push like sit-ups that you want. It's not gonna matter if you don't clean up your fucking diet and get them abs. And I'm talking to somebody that still has a 4-pack, so just clean up your diet. That's all I
I heard it's like really hard to like maintain a 6-pack. Like if you get a 6-pack, like congratulations, but it's like super hard to maintain because you got to eat like super lean because any like little bitty of body fat that pops up will take away that 6-pack.
Look, just aim for the 4-pack. All right, the 4-pack. I will say I think it's a quote from Chael Sonnen: 6-packs are for teenagers and crack addicts.
That's all bad. All bad.
I mean, you can get them. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot of work. I think the 4-pack is more sustainable for the vast majority of people.
I'll stick with my keg.
Yeah. This was hard. I have to get this fucking sweater.
This 12-pack, I think, is.
You gotta love the sweater, though, right? I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring it up eventually.
All right, let's keep it rolling.
Wait, hey, okay, wait for Chronos to put back on his headphones. Give a second.
You got something?
I was gonna say instead of Cronus, instead of having like a 6-pack abs like workout routine, you should create a 4-pack ab routine.
Yeah, 4-pack. But the 4-pack abs are literally just me being like, this is what I eat. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have like a real ab routine. Like I do, I do a lot of cardio and I do jujitsu, and that's basically it. I do push-ups and shit, but That's the thing, though, is that people they lie to people about, if you want a stronger core, yes, definitely do ab workouts. But if you want a six pack, you need to cut fat. You need to cut fat out of your body. And how you do that? There's a whole bunch of different ways. I do it through keto and intermittent fasting, but there's a whole bunch of different ways to do it, and the vast majority of them have to do with calorie restriction. So you got to figure that out on your own. But don't let them lie to you. If you're sitting there on some workout regimen and you're like, why can't I get a fucking six pack? Because I mean, if you did that routine and then you had McDonald's the same day, it's a wash. I mean, your core might be stronger, but you're not gonna be your abs will not be visible because you're still eating bullshit that's gonna keep a layer of fat on your body. So that's a pro tip from a former fat ass.
I'm thinking of that scene from Something About Mary with the 6 minute abs or whatever it was.
7
6 minute
minute
workout.
abs.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it was. You can't even get your jollies in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, hitchhiker killer.
That was
right,
Something About Mary, right?
Yeah, Something About Mary.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going. There's a bunch of games we haven't even got to.
There is a bunch. Let's see. There was
Sword of the Sea.
Yeah, Sword of the Sea, which is from the Journey Studio. Basically, it looks like you're surfing on a fucking sword sheath around some shit. If you're into Journey, the Rap Your Alley. If you're not, like Prodigy, then just take a pass. Like, you're not going to want to play this game. So
yeah, don't be shit posting about it just because it's not your type of game.
If you don't like beautiful shit, you don't like beautiful shit. It's okay.
Or Grammy-winning soundtracks.
Yeah. There's also Foamstars that came in there. It's basically it's like Splatoon with foam.
Yeah, it's weird because this is a Square Enix game. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Instead of them like maybe fixing Marvel's Avengers, they made a fucking Splatoon game. Like, what? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Splatoon is that Nintendo game that's like just you go around doing Bukaki all over people.
Well, you go around with super soakers with ink, but you can say it's cum. Fuck it. I mean, it could be cum in there.
It could be nut.
Yeah.
It could be horse
if
nut.
you play for the right team, it'll be all white.
Depends on your diet, I guess. Just saying.
Or if you're, Prodigy who's not here, can't defend himself, it's just ghost nuts, just like smoke squirts out.
You said smoke. Oh shit!
I want if I get a vasectomy, I want a little bang thing out.
You what? You missed the whole thing. You breaking up.
I'm actually getting feedback. I was saying like I would if I get a vasectomy, I would want to have like a little bang flag that pops out. Like bang.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious.
Oh my god.
All right. There was Teardown, which looks like Minecraft with 100% more explosions. Like this shit was exploding that should not be exploding. And I was like, all right. Like, I mean, that game is probably not for me, but I don't know who it's for because Minecraft people love Minecraft, but not anything else. So good luck.
Yeah, for real. Good luck trying to lure that crowd away.
Yes. And the next is, for me, one of the best things that happened in this whole fucking show. They finally talked about, they showcased Metal Gear Solid, the remakes. So, and they started with Snake Eater. And I thought it was just going to be Snake Eater, which is Metal Gear Solid 3, which is a great fucking game. But apparently it's going to be Metal Gear, like the series, Volume 1. So it's Metal Gear 1, 2, and 3 all in the same package, which is dope because this is going to introduce a whole new generation into the mind of Hideo Kojima and his fucking insanity that he calls Metal Gear Solid. The first one was fucking weird. The second one was like you're on acid and all the drugs. And then the third one is basically Metal Gear in Vietnam. So,
damn.
Yeah, they're all fucking really good for different reasons. They're really deep, well thought out games. I look forward to this next generation being amazed by the Psycho Mantis boss battle. So back in the day, this blew everybody's fucking mind. Playing, going up against this psychic fucking boss that literally reads your mind. It was cool as fuck. I don't know if it could play out in the same way that it did in the the late '90s, but back then it was like it was fucking dope.
Right on. Yeah, you know what? I've never really finished a Metal Gear game.
Oh man, they're the best. Yeah, they're the best tactical espionage games. That Killer Frost just said, I totally agree. They're the best tactical espionage games out there.
So instead of Metal Gear, I played Splinter Cell.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. That probably Splinter Cell guy. Or what was the other one? Siphon Filter. That was another one too, right?
I never played Siphon Filter, but yeah, apparently that's supposed to make a comeback. Supposedly, I don't know. I've heard rumors, but I haven't seen anything yet, so we'll see.
So for the Guild War games that are
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid, yeah. Are these like the old school PlayStation ones?
Yes,
or
the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3. No, they're all PlayStation 1 and 2. So yeah.
I think I played the first one on PlayStation 1, but other than that, I played the one that was on the 3.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid 4, which I have in the back. I played all of
yeah.
them. So yeah, even the one on the Vita, which is fucking amazing. Or the PSP.
Oh, I have Part 5. I downloaded Part 5.
I played one on PSP.
Yeah.
Part 5 was free.
Fantastic.
But which one had the whistling girl?
Quiet.
It's
5.
Yeah. 5. Okay, I played 5. I never finished 5 because that game got fucking like not complicated, but like it got a lot involved into it, especially when it came to like building out your oil rig and all that stuff. Your base.
Yeah.
And be able to like fucking parachute people and fucking drop shit. I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just want to sneak around and just kill people.
That's all I did. I'd stick around and kill people and I stole them, made them my own with the Fulton maneuver or whatever. Fulton device.
Cool. And the fucking dog. That dog was awesome.
Didi was the shit.
Yeah, Didi.
Yeah.
You could like fucking upgrade him, like give him armor and like fucking weapons and shit. Like, damn, this game's fucking involved.
And you know what's crazy is that the game was like super controversial. This is back in like the Anita Sarkeesian days of like saying how like the sexualization of yes, there's sexualization in games. Like nobody's really gonna deny that, but it's on both sides because there's a lot of just look at fucking what Snake was wearing the whole time. Skin tight suit. You can see his ass cheeks the whole goddamn game. But, you complain about Quiet and whatever. Anyway, most people didn't really use Quiet that much. Like, I used Didi, like, the most. Quiet was cool and all because she could snipe the shit out of people, but Didi was my fucking dog. Didi was finding shit for me. Didi was pointing out the enemies. Didi was, was doing some work.
Sniping, that's like Didi was sniping motherfuckers too. No, but Didi had that fucking knife too. She could do damage.
Yeah, I
fucking stab people and shit. It's like what the fuck? But she also can use that as like a diversion and like she'll help you out and stuff. Like I hope Didi's in the next game.
But Didi's titties weren't out, right? I guess whatever.
Yeah,
or maybe they were. He's a dog, so.
Was Didi a boy or a girl? That's a good.
I don't know. I didn't care to ask. I just knew that I was down with that dog. Anyway, Towers of I can't even pronounce Aghasba. It looks like Breath of the Wild.
Aghasba?
Yeah,
it did. Except you're in trees. That's the only difference.
Yeah, you're riding on big ass tapeworms and shit flying through the sky, and you had that fucking weird fucking Breath of the Wild kite thing. I was like, all right, maybe it's good, but it's Breath of the Wild. Final Fantasy. Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 still looks dope. I'm just saying it got some heat about having an all white cast, or whatever, but okay.
As they all do.
Like
how many Final Fantasies have like people of color in them? Like 1, 2?
Well, even the ones that have a person of color, Barrett, it's like one of the most racist characters ever. Come on, man. Let's just be honest.
I know. I get it. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I don't play.
Yeah. It's why, like my favorite Final Fantasy game is 6. I'll always say it. Fight me. You'll lose. I'm just saying. Alan Wake 2, which Old Ninja, please take the stage.
Oh, man. Alan Wake 2. So this game has been like the first game, 10 years in the fucking making. So this is by Remedy, the same studio that brought us Control, even though Control has an Alan Wake crossover. But, man, this looks creepy as fuck. This time, instead of playing Alan Wake, you're like an FBI agent investigating Alan Wake, and like just like in the original game, as he writes the story, shit starts happening around the city or the town that you're in, and it looks fucking creepy. You see fucking enemies like split into two, like in fucking Destiny and shit. You see creepy shit, people coming together and forming like a person. You see Alan Wake, who looks like he's been doing hella crack for like 10 years. Like, it looks fucked up. Like, it looks creepy, fucking dark. It is very much like Stephen King book, just like the first one. I'm excited because this will be a multi-platform game. Will they have like exclusive for either console? I don't know, but we're all going to be able to enjoy Alan Wake 2. This is going to be an amazing fucking sequel. I hope it doesn't go the way like Control did, because Control was amazing and nobody fucking played it.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. I didn't beat it, but I definitely played it. I need to beat it.
You beat it? I thought you beat it before I did.
Nah, I actually got into it kind of late, and I got a lot of games, and you can see them, most of them,
So
not all of them in the background. But
I stopped playing for a year and came back to it to finish it. It was fucking wild.
Well, I think
and I didn't buy the DLC either.
Control came out at the same time as that one game when you die, you end up back in the same place again. You're that black dude. What game was that? Where you're on an island of a bunch of people. You're on an island of a bunch of people, and then like you like start off like not knowing what the hell you're going on and stuff like that, and like you go through and you die, and then all of a sudden you start back where you originally were.
I feel like I
and,
should
like,
know
the whole
exactly what you're
purpose of the
talking
game.
about, but I don't.
It's not Deathloop. No, that's
Oh
not
yeah,
Deathloop. It's Deathloop.
Yeah, Deathloop.
Yeah,
No,
it's Deathloop.
I thought it
Yeah.
came out before Deathloop.
Yeah, I'm about to say because this
came out at the same time.
This is like 360
came out-
era.
It came out August 27,
Or
2019.
Xbox One. Yeah. Yeah, so definitely was in Deathloop era.
Yeah, this came out.
It definitely
for
came out in
the-
2021.
Yeah.
Came out
yeah.
in 2019, August 27th.
I didn't beat that one either. That's another game I gotta fucking go back and because I think that when it came out, I was playing. Shit. I think when I started playing it was like right around the time when I moved. It was like a year ago. Which is, and I didn't get a chance to like beat it.
Yeah, I picked up the game. I haven't had a chance to finish it either, but it was really good, especially when you fucking like die and have to come back and relive everything again.
I loved how black that game was. It was great.
So that game is now on Game Pass. So it's been on for a while. But
Nice.
Control, it was amazing fucking game. Yeah, it came out PS4, Xbox One era.
I think Control is on the PS5. Like I think it was what's the name?
It is.
recently?
It is on the. It is on the PS5, but I'm pretty sure it's just updated graphics and probably the DLC is included if you buy it. It's probably like $20 now or less. But the game is worth it. It's very much worth it.
I think it was part of the PS5 like the
Bundle?
collection. Yeah, I think it was in a bundle. When you get the PS5, there's like that
Yeah.
Sony collection that they have like a bunch of games. I think Control was on that list.
Wouldn't be surprised. It's one of the best games that nobody played. It's so good. It's funny because I was about to restart the game because I forgot like kind of how to play, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking soldier up, and I ended up beating it because literally one fucking mission away from completing the game.
It's like the worst.
Yeah, but I completed the game, so I was like, if I had restarted, I'd been fucking mad. Realizing I was almost fucking at the end.
You know what's crazy? So like the word control is a really popular word. So when I put in control, the fact that like Google gave me the definition, but then everything else is about the game. Like the images, there's a Wikipedia link to the game, and there's like the main like website, like that showed up in like the top 5 searches.
Dude, the game
that shows how popular this game it would have been
Because-
or could have been, or
because it's so
that's
good.
what it was.
You're literally in an episode of the X-Files, and they give you fucking force powers. It's fucking crazy. It's so good. I'm thinking about getting it. I always kept saying I was going to buy the DLC, but the game will fuck you up because like if you die, if it's kind of like the soul stuff. If you die, you get set back to kind of where you were before, and you like kind of lose. I guess you don't lose XP, but you have to fight your way all the way back to where you were if you didn't save. That is.
I mean, that's how games normally work, right?
Well, some places just spawn you back at the beginning of a boss fight.
Oh,
With Control, you go all the way back to your last like save point.
okay. Well, I guess okay with like autosaves.
Yeah.
Okay. Assassin's Creed Mirage, which most people already knew about. It looks like a normal Assassin's Creed game, to be honest. It's in the Middle East, but I don't know.
I mean,
I think they need to put Assassin's Creed somewhere where they have different sorts of. Put the fucking shit in Japan or Africa. Like we need different styles of weapons. Something in different. I guess Valhalla was kind of cool, but yeah, it's just I don't know. I feel like the series is kind of getting a little stale for me. Like the pinnacle for Assassin's Creed for me was Black Flag, to be honest, and then the subsequent DLC of the one where you basically go up and like kill the slave masters. I forgot the fucking name of it. It was like Pride Freedom, maybe. I can't remember, but it was fucking. It was
Pride
great.
Freedom. What you mean Origins? Wasn't Origins?
No, was it? No, it wasn't Origins. There was a DLC for Black Flag where you play as a black dude with like this machete, and you just fucking went through and just like slayed a bunch of like slavers. It was fucking great.
Wild.
Street Fighter 6. It kind of gave some of the thing about some info on like the story mode, because it looks like the person that was kind of showcased was like a custom character, and that is going to train with the other Street Fighters like Ryu, Zangief, Chun-Li, fine ass Cammy. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Because I guess Cammy's back because apparently she died or something previously. But she's back. Oh, they also showed the new character, the young black chick with the braids. They showcased her.
Yeah, but I didn't like when they showed her is that she was saying how like god damn it, the fucking some dude was like too strong for her. I was like, oh come on, man, like you're a Street Fighter, like whoop his ass. Like, can't be like I'm weak. Get the fuck out of here.
It might. So my question was, the old guy in like the pimp suit with the cane, was that supposed to be Bison or a new character?
It's Bison, because they said it was Bison.
Yeah, they said it was Bison. I wasn't sure if they were talking about Bison or that was Bison. I'm like, did Bison actually get old and everybody else stayed the fucking same? Like, what the fuck?
The black girl, her name is Kimberly.
Yeah, they showed Kimberly.
It's a terrible name, but all right. Y'all know why.
Somebody said I just looked up the character today, but somebody tweeted out that you ever watch Rugrats? You remember the little black girl from Rugrats? She like was one of the older toddlers. Somebody said like they grow up fast, and basically saying like that character Kimberly is this character. You have to look up her name. What's her name? Can I share my? Let me see if I can share my screen with you guys.
You can.
Oh, yeah, you can. Oh, I got. When we're done with this, I got something I got to share with the class. But go ahead. Where were we?
All right. So I was just looking that up. There was. So I like playing Metroidvania games, especially handheld for some reason. Like really works for me. And this one was called Ultros. Oh, yeah.
I don't
pull it over. Yeah, there you go.
So this one I don't remember. It was I was watching through Street Fighter 6, but I don't remember seeing Ultros. This was a side scroller.
For what?
The Ultros, the game.
Yeah,
Ultros.
It's a side scroller. It's a yeah.
Yeah. It's actually blonde. She has blonde hair. Oh, there's Kimberly. So the version we saw, she had blonde blade. Version we saw, she had blonde braids. Which is weird, but it's fine.
Yeah, so Ultros looks cool because it was like a Metroidvania game that was like on acid. Like the colors are really cool. Everything looked like really fucking trippy. So we'll see how it goes. There's been like a real resurgence of Metroidvania games with like Axiom Verge and fucking Dead Cells, and there's a whole bunch of other ones too that came out. And I like that those style of games are popular again, because there's something that I feel like for a long time people kind of forgot about the side-scrolling Metroidvania games, and for me it's just like nostalgia pie. So if it's not for you, I get it. Yeah,
I feel like these games are popular on Steam because these games like do well. Like Scott Pilgrim, that's a side-scroller that was hugely popular.
Yeah,
when that came out, and that's a fairly recent game. I don't remember seeing any of this shit on the showcase.
One thing was really good too, Guacamole.
Oh, Guacamole was
Guacamole, yeah, I love that fucking game. Both of them.
There was another game that was on the PS5 or PS something.
There was a really good game. Like, remember Fat Princess is one of them. Not a side scroller, but there was like sort of indie games. Fat Princess is one that was really good.
Yeah, that was like that game was nominated Game of the Year when it came out. Like, what the fuck?
What was the one? Is like the sequel is like the Thongs of Virtue. Hold on.
What
the hell?
What?
Hold on. No. What's Deathspank? Y'all ever played the Deathspank games?
No, I know you don't.
Dude, those are fucking really amazing games. They were like really cool, like RPG games, like where it was like it was a top-down view, and they were so much fun. If you can find it, like hopefully it's on like some digital download, but they were like really good games. Like,
Was like claymation style?
No, they were like cell shaded, sort of.
Yeah, kind of like Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot. Yeah.
Not quite. It's more like I don't know. Look up Deathspank, and then you'll see the style of gaming that it is. But those are some of my favorite games on the PS3. So anyway, it's Killer Frost knows what I'm talking about because he's a fucking gamer. Yeah. Yeah. Both 1 and 2. I was hoping they would make more, but they haven't made any more because they're just like mindless fun games. Anyway, what else was on here? The Tower of Fantasy, which looked like, that's probably not up our alley, but it's like a mech MMORPG. Looked okay. Dragon's Dogma 2, if you're an RPG fan, Dragon's Dogma, the first one, got some pretty decent acclaim, if I remember correctly. PSVR 2 beat their sales estimates, which they didn't talk about in the showcase, but I know that they did. They're outselling the original PSVR by, I think it was like 9%, which is not a whole bunch, but it's, significant enough to like get them to put in more money into it and keep developing games because, I have one. So it's right here. I need to play it more. And it's not because of there's content and there's continuing content on there. Oh, Old Ninja's gone.
Oh, we lost Old Ninja.
Yeah, there's games I want to play on there, but I just, I went through a lot of shit in the last couple of weeks where I couldn't really play games that much. Anyway.
Finding time to play games can be a little hard too.
Yeah. Let's see. Resident Evil 4 in VR is coming out. Or Arizona Sunshine 2 in VR, which is cool because me and Blue used to go to a lot of VR conventions, and Arizona Sunshine, the first one, was on the not the Rift, it was on the Vive, which I played a few times.
Yeah,
it was kind of fun. This one looks like you can move around a lot more. It looked like a lot of fun.
What's up again? I can't remember what. Oh yeah, I remember now. I had to look it up. I was like, I know it sounds familiar, but I had to look up and see exactly what it was again.
There we go. Ninja's back. Crossfire, Sierra Squad, which Crossfire was a sort of popular shooter, multiplayer shooter. This could be fun in VR. I don't know. Synapse looked fucking trippy as shit. It's like a shooter where you have like telekinesis powers as you're shooting through like these really weird mindscapes of like some crazy person. Marathon is coming back, which is not a VR game. It's by Bungie, but it's a Bungie IP, but this is a really old like Mac fucking game. It's basically the only reason to own a Mac game was Marathon for like forever. Because you couldn't. Macs were known to not play any games. What's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say like there was barely any games on the Mac that wasn't like some people like not Minecraft, Minesweeper or some shit.
Yeah, but this is actually a legit. The old one was like a legit good game. It's like a first-person shooter for the Mac. Concord, which is by PlayStation Studios. Not a lot of details. Basically, just like hey, this is a thing, but there's no gameplay. No, it's just you playing in a fucking spacecraft with random shots. Some new hardware's coming out for the PlayStation. The PlayStation Q, which is I thought it was gonna be like a PS Vita or 2 style thing, but it's not. It's some fucking streaming device, which is kind of a hard use case for a lot of people. Basically, it's like if you took a PlayStation DualSense controller, cut it in half, and then put like an 8-inch tablet in between it. That's a streaming device now, which for me it's cool because my PS5 is literally in a different building from my house. So it'd be nice to game in the house. while K-Mac is, or I'm sorry, K is playing Tears of the Kingdom or something like that, so I can play in the house again.
So it's almost like the whole remote play they used to have for the PSP and for the Vita, right? Where you could remote play from remote play from your PSP or your Vita from the console, basically.
Yeah, but it sounds like right now there's no like you can't download content onto the device. It's all just streaming, which I'm like, that's really limiting because. I mean, I would hope with like the rise of the the Steam Deck, which I have and I fucking love, that they would have a PS Vita 2 or a new handheld that is like a dedicated handheld. But
Yeah.
this is like the weird thing that Old Ninja brought it up. What was the name of the Xbox one?
Oh shit.
Do you have one?
No, I do not. It's just like a service that they have because you can technically use, if the phone has the requirements, you can use your phone as a like a ready to play anywhere type device. You just buy the. Is it the backbone? I sent you guys the picture. Let me see. What is the picture?
I think it might have been called the Backbone.
Yeah, I think it is called the backbone. But you can play on. You can basically play anytime and anywhere. We zoom your gameplay from anywhere with as long as you have a decent Wi-Fi connection, and then just jump on it.
It's crazy that like with the PS5, like they have two versions where like there's one where they have it's a hard drive. They have one with the actual player, CD player or whatever, DVD player, Blu-ray player, whatever. I don't know what the fuck the media format it uses. But like if you have like the digital version, like if you have a handheld, like you can just download your games to that from the cloud like your console would. So like I don't know, I'm not sure why they didn't go with the whole actual handheld console version.
Well, I mean, it's cost, right? So if you have like a PS5 quality game on a handheld, it has to have pretty beefy hardware, right? But if you just stream it, all the stuff's done in the back end on your actual PS5. So like literally, like, when you're playing the game, your PS5 is like booting up, and it has to like render everything and then like stream it to your device. So the device on the other end is basically, I hate using the word slave, but it's like a slave device to your or secondary to your primary. There you go. That's the better way to put it.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's like they changed that terminology instead of slave and master, like parent and child or
primary, secondary.
Yeah, primary, secondary. Yeah.
So I get it from a price thing, but I would pay a decent amount of money for a new PS Vita 2, and I own a Steam Deck. Like I would literally drop up to $600 on a new PlayStation device that's handheld. Sony, come on. So,
That's your boy.
Yeah, another new hardware which I was not expecting was earbuds by PlayStation. I already have the Pulse 3D headset, so I don't know if I'll be getting the new earbuds. And I have good earbuds anyway, so. But it's a thing if you want to do it. It's not expected. And the coup de grace for most people was Spider-Man 2. So
man, you're so quiet with that. Like you're like, oh, there's Spider-Man 2. There's a lot with Spider-Man 2.
Yes. Did you watch that part at least, Blue?
I just watched like 5 minutes of it. Like I watched the opening thing with where they're in the jungle. And we get Raven the Hunter.
Yeah.
But then I also saw some of the still pictures where we get to see Spidey in the Venom suit, which is pretty fucking dope.
It's not Venom yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. I want to say announced that Spider-Man 2 is coming out. I already have my money because the first game was awesome. Miles Morales game was super awesome. Even though it was supposed to be an add-on, but it was pretty much a short, full game basically. So all the Spider games on the PS5 is going to be awesome. So I really expect this to be great too. Plus, I mean, we talked about this like last year. I think they announced it that we were getting a Spider-Man 2, but we didn't get much of a detail. We just got like a shadowy voice in the background talking, so it wasn't sure if it was going to be Venom or if it was going to be Kraven. So looks like we might get both.
Yeah, the game. So obviously I watched the whole thing. The game looked pretty cool because they did like a GTA 5 type thing where you can switch between the Spider people. So you can switch between Peter Parker and Miles Morales at a certain point in the game. It was cool to see Peter Parker in his symbiote suit because you can see how it's already affecting his personality in the game. of him being like more aggressive as like a Spider-Man and kind of being an asshole. So there was like what's his name? God damn it, not the Lizard.
The lizard?
Is his name actually the Lizard? I'm trying to like remember his fucking name.
Yeah.
I think it is the Lizard.
Like the actual professor's name is like Professor
It's
Connors or
Connor,
something like
yeah.
that.
I'm pretty sure it's called the
Yeah.
Lizard. But anyway,
Yeah, he's the lizard.
yeah, it was cool to see him like them trying to show like the least amount of possible of him. Oh, Ninja, what's going on with the internet, man?
I have no idea. Everything else seems to work except for this chat.
That's fucking weird. Anyway,
You can keep that.
we're talking about Spider-Man 2. So yeah, like
Oh,
It's up.
so
It's trying to stop us from talking.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Lizard looked pretty cool. You watched the Spider-Man 2 thing, right?
Oh yeah, it was actually longer than I thought they were going to show. They showed a lot.
Just 10 minutes.
Was it 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. A lot of shit happens. So, yeah, it was funny to me because every time I saw the lizard, I thought of Godzilla because he kind of resembled Godzilla, except smaller.
Yeah.
The hell? Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's funny, and it's weird because you see him shed, so you know he got bigger. So it's wild.
So wait,
Yeah.
does Miles get the symbiotic suit, or is it just Peter that
No.
has it?
But he has new powers. So
Mhm.
and they showcase some of that in the game, and they show like Peter with the symbiote suit, like doing like symbiote shit, like fucking everybody up. It reminded me of like Prototype. You remember that game on the PS3 ish? I think it's PS3. Prototype 1 and 2. Old Ninja is airing out again.
Frozen.
Did you play Prototype at all, Blue?
Yes, I did. That's the one with the black guy, right?
Yes, Mercer.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Old Ninja's sort of back. I can see you moving.
Yeah, I'm sort of back. Oh, I'm not
Yeah,
talking.
bro, I do-
I'm back.
Prototype with a shit. Because like you could like use like the, because you're like you have like an alien host on you. You can like use it for like creating like weapons and stuff, right? Trying to remember how the game went.
Yeah, you could do like all kinds of blades and fucking crazy shit
Yeah.
in the game. So yeah, right. Like when he like used like the symbiote suit to like pick them all up and like just slam them down, I was like, it's like Prototype, but it's also like the symbiote suit. So that's where they kind of got it from. And in Prototype, you can like eat people. So it's like, you never play Prototype? Oh, did you?
No, I played the demo. I never beat the game.
Those are some of the most
I
underrated
played-
games.
Yeah, Prototype 2 had the black dude, so I played 2. I didn't play 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they basically had the same fucking power, except the black dude just made it fucking cooler.
That he did.
Wow. Yeah, that showcase was pretty long. It's pretty wild, and it's cool because you can between switching characters, and we get Craven, which I know they're trying to push Craven because the movie's coming out within the next year or two. So I get it.
Craven seemed cool. He's got his own like crew, so that's a
Yeah.
whole other faction in the game.
hmm So did you see when Craven was scanning New York or Manhattan, you can see different enemies that he was like targeting,
Yeah.
and like it was like what the hell? Like there's a bunch of characters that popped up.
I mean, that's how it was in the other games too, right? They had a whole bunch of different factions of villains that you kind of roll through.
Especially if you bought the DLC, you had to do Silver Sable's like list of like most wanted type shit. So
yeah.
you had to take them out to get to her, or kind of sort of get to her. That's pretty interesting. So there's gonna be everyone wanted to see this. Everyone's losing their minds when this was playing out. Excuse me. So this should be a big seller come this fall. Did they show release date or just a month?
Yeah, I think it just said like later on this year. Honestly, this year so far is really. I mean, we have I think Street Fighter's coming out like on the 3rd of June.
Next week.
Yeah,
I
and
think the 3rd or the 9th or something like that.
And then you got fucking Diablo 4 coming on the 6th. It's like back to back. It's like Jesus Christ. And there's like a whole bunch of other games that are coming out. So yeah, I think this could be a really good year for gaming. Obviously, yeah, a lot of games got pushed back from 2020, which is obvious. 2020 was okay, and I think that now we're getting like a solid stream of gaming, and now I'm by myself. Blue's gone. Old Ninja's in the Matrix. He's stuck. He's fucking frozen. He's in Carbonite right now. Now you just got Cronus, me. Anyway, all the games that are coming out this year looks like it's Oh, there we go. You're back.
I'm back. That's pretty funny. I was in Carbonite for a quick second.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say this year already. We already have like what 5 Game of the Year contenders just so far.
Yeah. There's been really good games already this year, and it's fucking May.
Hey, wild, super wild, and we only have more to come. It's gonna be a crazy year for Game of the Year because there's been really fucking good games.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. I'm watching, K play, and that game looks fucking amazing. Amazing.
I just of that game. It's like it
Oh,
almost makes me want to buy a Switch.
I mean,
almost.
you should. That
Yeah.
game. The first one's worth it
Yeah.
alone.
I have a love-hate relationship with Nintendo.
Yeah,
Never own one in my whole entire life.
Are you serious? How do we become friends?
Yep.
This is amazing. We were
I
friends.
mean,
in high school.
I had friends. I have friends that have friends that had Nintendos.
Oh.
I never. We had a Nintendo in my house. I talked about this on podcast before. Both my older and younger brother both had Nintendos, but they would not let me play it. But I played them all. I played Nintendo, Super Nintendo, the N64, the Wii, the
my N64
Game Boy.
I've only owned
I have-
only one Sega. I had a Dreamcast, and that was it. Because I was the guy who was like, I was a Nintendo guy growing up.
I was a Sega guy. I had the Sega. I had a Sega Genesis. I had the Sega 2X. I had a Game Gear. I brought a Dreamcast, and that's pretty much the story for Sega.
Well,
The PlayStation came out, and that was a wrap.
Well, now I own all the consoles because I got money, bitch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've consistently owned all the consoles since the PS3 era. I always buy them all. Like even the Wii U I got. So
Oh, I don't. Damn, you have a Wii U? I have a Wii U.
yeah. So I've had ever since that era. Yeah, I got the PS3, the 360, the Wii. Then I got the Wii U, the fucking Xbox One, the goddamn
Series X.
I got the Series X now. I mean, literally, like, there's like a bunch of boxes like over to my left. It's like, and like it's funny because like the other day I was I have a thing called the almond cow, which because I don't like milk at all, so I actually prefer like vegan milk. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
But I lost
Hey,
like the
almond milk is good. It's real good.
no, it is. I mean, it comes with like you can make like almond, cashew. I actually drink cashew milk out of it.
Okay.
But I lost like the fucking power cord in the move. But it's like a normal like computer, like NEMA.
Oh, like the yeah.
It's a NEMA fucking power cord. And so I was like, I know one of my goddamn consoles has this. And so like one of my old ones, I was like, I know my PS3 does, but it's at the bottom of the fucking of my boxes. And I was like, maybe my Xbox 360 does.
Xbox 360 does,
But it doesn't. It's a NEMA cord, but it's only got 2 holes, not the 3 holes.
Oh,
So,
what the hell?
yeah. So I had to like actually go like 2 boxes down and get my fucking unbox my PS3 and grab the cord. So
Oh man,
this is why I keep shit in boxes. Don't let people judge you. Keep your shit in case you got an almond cow. You lose your fucking power cord. You find your PS3 and use that one.
Or have a box with all your cord box. Just put everything in your fucking cord box.
I know I had another cord box,
those.
but I knew exactly where that one was. So
Okay.
yeah.
Speaking of which, I bought this today. If you
Okay.
are watching audio wise, this is
Hell is that?
a Series X 1 terabyte SSD expansion. This was on sale at Target, so I didn't want to wait. I was like,
Like
dude,
$50?
No, this was 189. It was on sale for 189, and the
damn.
normal price is 219. Actually, original price was like I think 250, 300. So I don't know how long this is on sale, but I was like, dude, I need more space. So
Well, Ninja, like, first of all, I gotta apologize. I'm about to shit all over fucking Xbox again.
whatever.
All right.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, I have one. So this is honesty. Because listen, there's games I want to play on the Xbox Series X. All right, but I have some fucking gripes, and they're legit gripes. All right. First of all, fucking load screens. I am unaccustomed to these motherfuckers right now at this point in my life. I am unaccustomed to load screens unless it's on my Steam Deck. My Steam Deck it's got load screens. It's fine, but it doesn't have like a real, SSD. I mean, it's sort of like an SSD, but not really. Xbox Series X, you've got an SSD in there. Obviously, it's not as fast as the one that's in the fucking PlayStation. It's not a Gen 4. The load screens are fucking killing me, and the fact that I can't resume games on a consistent basis are fucking infuriating. Infuriating. I'm just trying to play. Go ahead.
I get it. Those are developer specific. The hardware is there, just like on the one. Not every game was developed to have the resume feature like on it, and some of them are.
Oh, he must be doing a podcast on the Xbox.
Frozen carbonate again. It's all good. I was gonna cut him off anyway. I thought
Halo
Infinite
had issues, so
listen,
I know that
I'm playing fucking Halo Infinite.
Yeah, it's not designed for that.
Halo isn't that a AAA title?
The Halo Infinite is not designed for resume. Like, seriously, Halo Infinite has less than 50% chance of resuming now. Right now, it's probably like 35% of like actually resuming my game after like putting it in sleep mode. And I have on my goddamn PS5, it's at, I would say, 95%, unless there was an update where either the game or the system had to get an update where it had to like reboot. Other than that, it's at a solid 95% or higher. But Halo Infinite, oh my fucking god, it is so goddamn low. I'm just like, I have to like go back and replay parts of the fucking game, and it's so goddamn annoying. It's like,
Halo Infinite had issues. That's why everyone was pissed.
But like,
if you look at the reviews, if you're playing like Kay is playing Hogwarts Legacy. If you did a quick resume on that game, you have no issues.
She didn't say anything. Yeah, she didn't mention this issue. Oh, he's
Man, his internet is
but literally, it's
shitty.
like Halo Infinite is the fucking flagship game. It's like if God of War didn't resume on the goddamn PS5. Like that's the way I feel right now. And I'm just like, I like to what's even fucking worse is that Halo Infinite is a good fucking game. It's a good Halo game coming from Cronus.
Yeah,
yeah, what the hell?
But the game was rushed. The game came without co-op. Every Halo game has co-op. You didn't get co-op until a fucking year later.
But this is like I'm playing the game, and when did the game come out? Like 2020?
Yes, end of 2020, I believe.
They had 2 years to fucking fix this shit.
I'm sorry, early 2021. No, they didn't. No, they were still working from home. They were posting like issues that they're having. They literally abandoned.
Working from home is not an excuse, bitch. They made movies from home and other games from home. God of War was made from home.
They just didn't do it. You can go back. There's articles. There's like a little timeline of all the fuck ups or all the things that were promised in the game that didn't happen.
Just listen. If Hello Games can fix No Man's Sky with a minimal budget as a new studio, why the fuck can't 343 fix it?
I can't answer that. 343. I guess they put other things. They put the multiplayer as their priority. That's why.
I didn't play multiplayer, so
yeah, you haven't played. So their multiplayer is set into seasons now, and that's what they've been consistently working on is the seasonal like updates and stuff. But this single player stuff took a year to fix. So it's not. I mean, as far as the story wise, gameplay,
it's not fixed.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it was worse when I bought it. I had it when it came out, and there were more issues than what you're having now. Like in some cases, the game become unplayable. In some cases, where you had to reset whole missions. It was like fucked up, and it froze a lot for a lot of people. Those things got fixed, and it took almost a fucking year. So Halo Infinite, for a lot of people, was kind of a letdown, even though the game itself was still fucking badass. It was like a really good and different fucking Halo, but there were still technical issues for that particular game. Now you get games from Warner Brothers. You get Cat.
Frozen again. Look at him.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the weird thing because I know if y'all listen to this podcast enough, y'all know that I rail hard on on Halo.
On Halo.
And there's some of the one of the major reasons is because they ripped off a lot of shit from Unreal, which is there's a legit gripe from me, and also the storyline was kind of shit from the jump. I will, 343 is fixing a lot of the storyline shit, but I really wanted Halo to succeed. All my bitching that I did against Halo is because I wanted this gaming franchise to succeed because. Honestly, I don't think that even though I have problems with the Xbox, I love the competition to Sony, and I think that their marquee franchise should just they could have just taken better care of it and made it better. And it's getting better, but now you have these technical issues that are making it kind of shittier. Because, like I said, Halo Infinite is actually a really good game. Like the fact they made it sort of open world. It is open world for a Halo game, and it's fun to play. But then when I go to put it in rest mode and then come back to it, and then all of a sudden it fucking crashes on me, and I got to go back, and it's like it doesn't really save the game from where I was, and I got to backtrack and do all this shit. And I'm playing it on hard mode or heroic mode, which for me is fucking hard because I'm old. It's a lot, and I hope that they can fix the technical issues, but it sounds like they're not really interested in doing that. They're probably just on to the next.
So wait, if you paused the game and left the console and you came back, it would not save where you were, or is it just?
No, it's just when you put it in rest.
When
mode.
you die.
No, it's just like when you're done playing the game, which isn't in modern gaming. If you're a PlayStation owner, I guess, when you're done playing a game, you put it to sleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you start it back up, and you're back where you were, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But in this game, you turn it off, you turn it back on, you go back into the game, and then it crashes. And then you got to go back to wherever the fuck they thought you were, which is nowhere near where you were.
I literally booted up Horizon Zero Dawn recently, Forbidden West, and it picked up exactly where I fucking left the game at. Like, I didn't know where I was, but the game knew where I needed to be. So yeah, that's like 2 steps back compared to how technology or how gaming is going.
Yeah, and I think Forza 5, which because I got the Forza 5 edition, so only one I can find of the Xbox Series X. That one it crashed sometimes, but nowhere near as much as Halo Infinite. So yeah, it's whatever though. I'm gonna keep powering through it and playing the game because, like I said, it's actually an enjoyable experience when you're actually playing the game. But yeah, it's like every time I shut it down, I'm just like. I have to make sure I'm nowhere near a boss battle. Nothing serious is going on, because I know it's gonna fucking crash. When I put it back up.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I don't know. I've only owned the Xbox 360, so I've never had the X or the what's the newest one called? Is the newest one the X?
The Xbox Series X.
What was the one for that?
The Xbox One.
Or E? Oh yeah, the one. That's what it was.
And then before that was 360. Before that was the Xbox. So they're numbers.
And shapes.
No,
numbers and
they have a very odd naming. I mean, the PlayStation, fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Super easy.
Nintendo just the. No, I guess Nintendo went Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo's weird too. But PlayStation is the way it should be done. Just fucking numbers. With the Xbox, you got the Xbox. You have the Xbox 360, you have the Xbox One, you got the Xbox One X, and the Xbox Series X, which is fucking weird because there's 2 of them. But one is the actual real one, and the other one's kind of shitty. But whatever.
I think Xbox. I think their whole thing is they trying to go with math. So they got the Xbox, they have Xbox One, Xbox 360, which is a circle. The Xbox, the Xbox. Okay, what is it called? The Xbox Series X, that's solve for X.
Is it the
what Xbox do you have?
Oh Ninja, what's the there's Xbox Series X. What's the shitty one? Is it the Xbox One X?
One S.
One
there's
S.
The one
that's
S,
what it is. Okay.
And then there's the Series S as well.
Yeah, it's fucking. That's weird.
The Series S is smaller and thinner, and it's streaming only. There's no disc drive. Just like the
digital only.
There's a PS5 with streaming only.
Digital only, right?
Digital only, yeah.
There we go.
Sorry. Well, it's digital and streaming, I guess, because you can do cloud gaming. Same with the PS5 has a no disc option one too.
Well, they have a
doesn't it?
digital only, but it's the same hardware though. That's the problem with the.
That's the biggest difference between the Series X and the Series S.
Yeah, the one is
Different
definitely shittier.
Yeah,
But also
way
more hackable. Like you can emulate way more games on the shittier one than the Series X, which is whatever. I mean,
yeah, whatever.
Actually, yeah.
I mean, you can do the same on the Steam Deck. So
the Steam Deck, if you want to emulate, that's like the ultimate emulation machine because everything's unlocked from the get go.
there you go. I cannot see.
I got to take the wheel a little bit. I mean,
We're gonna
So,
call you Jesus.
the other-
Take the wheel.
I will. I'll take this. So a couple of weeks ago, I was having you walking by a local Asian supermarket in my area, and they had like these cool like Dragon Ball super signs. I was like, oh, what's going on in here? But apparently there's like Dragon Ball drinks that's out. So I have 3 of them here. So this one here has Goku Black. He's not actually black, but it's just Goku Black. So general Goku Black, basically, a god takes over Super Goku's body.
I mean, you know,
So
if it was
there's Goku
Japanese,
Black.
it'd be Goku Nigaru.
Oh, wow.
But so these are. At first, I thought they were just sparkling water, like flavored sparkling waters, like your LaCroix and your Buble. But these are like sweetened drinks. Like they're really fucking sweet. Like I couldn't drink it. I had to like water it down. I don't know if I'm old or just I just don't drink sodas anymore. But it's not a soda. It's definitely water. It's like sweetened water with like a flavor. So it's like a sweetened LaCroix basically. So there's this one's
Hold on,
Goku
Blue, I
Black.
just want
So
to be
it's
sure. It's sweetened water that's carbonated. Wouldn't that make it a soda?
it's not carbonated.
It's not carbonated.
It's a carbon. It's because on here it says that it's sparkling water, but
I
it's
mean,
sweetened.
sparkling means carbonated.
So I guess it is a soda because like, on here it says sparkling water, bleach flavor, carbonated,
Yeah, they fucking.
but
fooled
it
you, bro.
has hella sugar. Like
it's soda. Yeah.
it
That's
has
fine.
42 grams of sugar. It has 21 grams of sugar, added sugar.
Okay.
So it's basically it's
It's a soda.
it's clear soda basically. It's Zima soda. Anyway, so I got the Goku Black, which is peach flavor. I have this one here, which is Goku and Ultra Instinct mode, and the company that makes it is called Ocean Bomb, the name of the maker. So this one's apple flavor. I haven't opened it yet because the first one I was like, I can't do this. But they don't just have like Dragon Ball characters. They actually have Mega Man. And what's cool about this Mega Man one is that it's
sorry. You mean Rockman?
sorry, Bomb Man.
Is
Rocky
does it say
Man.
Bomb Man? Oh, yeah, she says Mega Man. Should
Yeah,
say
no,
Rockman.
it says Rocky Man.
Rockman, right?
No,
Not
it says,
Rocket Man or Rockman?
oh, it does say Rock Man.
Yeah. I was
Yes,
gonna
yeah,
say.
it does say Rock Man. Yeah, I thought it said Rocky Man. But it
Hey,
says
hey.
Rocky,
I say
Rocky Man
arigato like
X5.
you say arigato. I'm just saying. I know who Rockman is.
But this one's an energy drink. So this is what I'm scared to drink because it's an energy drink. But yeah, I just think it's cool. Like the can looks fucking dope. I might just I won't say I'll pour it out, but I might pour it out just to have the cans because they look fucking dope. But yeah, it's for like I don't know, like $1.50 a can, and they're I don't think these are 12 ounces. They're 11.1 fluid ounces, so they're now short of being 12 ounces. But I don't know. I just think they're pretty cool. So if you can find some, like buy them, they just look pretty fucking dope. So just throwing that out there. And the other flavors they had there was one for Krillin. There was also one for Piccolo. But I don't know if they have other flavors. But I mainly bought it because I'm a big Mega Man fan. I don't have them here right now, but I have a Mega Man. I have a Zero figurine. It's pretty in storage. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Mega Man franchise. But yeah, just if you can find them, check them out. Super sweet. Don't give them to your kids; they won't go to sleep. So yeah. No, only they can make them with alcohol.
I mean, you
Ooh,
can
I
do that
want
with
to
alcohol.
make
That's what I do.
Yeah,
Right.
I was about to say,
I probably can.
mix it with the
I can mix
space
this.
alcohol.
I can mix this apple flavor one with some bourbon or with some Jack Daniels or something.
I'm just saying, if you're trying to get the abdominals, all 6 of them, and you like to drink, just take some vodka and put it with sparkling water.
Damn.
So
That's what I was drinking earlier.
yeah, that's the way to go. I mean, it's not It's not the best. You're not gonna. It's better than drinking soda. I'll put it that way. So it's definitely way more low. It's low carb. You can you still drink.
Get fucked up.
Yeah, you get fucked up. I mean, that's how I maintain for the most part. I drink a fucking beer, but right now I don't give a shit. So yeah. But I'm usually like LaCroix and vodka, or my new thing is like the Tico? What's that shit called?
Oh, the Mexican sparkling water.
Topo Chico. Here we go. Cause I have one right here. Hard seltzers.
Yeah, all the.
Yeah.
100
calories, like 2 carbs. It's 4.7% alcohol, so I just add vodka into it, and there you go. So
you should be real bougie and get some
Perrier.
Perrier. Yeah, they have like sparkling water's flavor too, and just throw some vodka in that. That's you have to drink with your. Yep.
Yeah.
That's how fancy it is.
That's the way to go. If you want to drink and not pack on the pounds, sparkling waters and vodka, because vodka doesn't have carbs. But when you consume alcohol, your liver has to put in some work. So just letting all y'all know if you didn't know. When your liver's putting in work, it's just not doing its thing for other shit, like filtering your blood for other stuff. So yeah. Anyway, PSA.
Where to next, fellas?
Where to next? What else? What's going on with you guys?
Dude, so actually, I went to the movie
I'm
theater for
about
the
to
first
walk away
time.
because I had to use the bathroom.
It's all good. I actually went to the movie theater for the first time since
Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
1. Yes. See, I went to go see Guardian of the Galaxy, and I fucking loved it. It was Guardian of the Galaxy was that breakout movie where like they had like I don't know, I would say like E-list comic that did really well in the movie theaters, and like Guardian of the Galaxy 1, 2 was really good. 3 was really great too. I would say it was way better than Thor: Love and Thunder. Like with Thor: Love and Thunder, they try too hard to make it like funny, and it's like there was like some serious shit going on. Like we had like Thor's girlfriend who was dying from like a type of spoiler if you haven't seen it. I mean, it's been like I don't know, like almost a year since it came out, but yeah, Jane Foster, she was dying from like a type of cancer. Fucking Loki was dead. Thor was like grieving and all this stuff, but they kept trying to make it funny, and it's like we don't need this for a Thor movie. It just needs to be like we need to see Thor do some fucking badass shit. I mean, he fucking killed Thanos. He fucking created a Stormbreaker. We just needed to see a cool fucking Thor, but we kept getting like comedy shit. Like the best thing about Thor: Love and Thunder was with Christian Bale's take of the character he played in Thor. I don't know, I can't think of his name, but like he was fucking cool. But then again, there was like a scene where he was trying to be fun too. It's just like, oh, God, why can't it just be fucking serious? To do some badass shit. But with Guardians of the Galaxy, like their humor was there, but there's still like the fucking action and like the backstory, like we had like how like Gamora, like how she's still around, but it's not the one that killed herself for the Soul Stone, or that Thanos killed for the Soul Stone. But I don't know, it's just really good. Like the storyline, all was really well wrapped all in one. But then like they do go backstory of Rocket, which man, I should put some fucking tears in your eyes. Like Rocket, you think like, oh, he's like an alien and stuff like that, but like you find out more about his backstory and like his like what happened with him, and it just all works really well. And then like the movie ends perfectly, and then like we had the after the credit scenes and the mid credit scenes, which was really good. So I highly recommend watching Guardians of the Galaxy. I think
Oh my God.
it's been better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. I mean, some of the people were talking about this in the chat. But yeah, I thought it was better than Thor: Love and Thunder and Ant-Man and a Quantum Realm. Like, it was just really good. Odin, did you have a chance to watch it? I think you did, right? Oh, we lost Odin. So now it's the blue corner. Cronus is stepped away, and now it's just blue. So thank you for coming to the Blue Show. Let's see. We have any callers calling in? As you can tell, Little Drug Blues in the house. But no, like overall though, I really did like Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's probably one of the successful franchise. Thor definitely have fallen off, especially the last two Thor movies. But yeah, what other things do I have going on right now? Kind of still in the show. I talked about Extraordinary. Oh God, what was I watching? I haven't got back into watching Beef yet. I need to get back into watching Beef.
I watched the first
Carlos,
one of Beef.
Are you watching the other episodes of Beef?
No, because
I
Go
watched
ahead.
the first 2 or 3, I think. I don't remember where I left off, but the first one was fucking hilarious. But what's your take on Beef?
I like the first episode, but the problem is that so apparently David Cho, who I was a fan of, I guess I don't know. I got to research some shit, but Kay had watched the first episode and she liked it, but she has a big problem with David Cho because apparently he admittedly raped somebody. Like, yeah,
Hold
like
up.
I have to like look up the actual video, like him actually talking about, because I need context. But I mean, she said that he said it. I mean, if you rape somebody, there's really no like context for that. So either you did it or you didn't. So yeah,
Does
that's
David Cho play on the show?
David Cho is the guy with the money that he's asking for
cousin?
money. Yeah, he's actually a really
yeah,
famous
okay.
artist, and so he became a really famous artist from. He donated artwork to Facebook when they were first coming up, and so he asked for money at first, but then I think it was Mark Zuckerberg actually just like, hey, you want to I'll just give you some stock in the company.
That's
And
right.
so he gave him
Yeah.
stock, and he just fucking basically became a millionaire because of that. And his artwork is actually really good, but I mean, if he's a rapist, I mean,
Yeah, it says on here clearly like Beef sexual assault controversy explained in 2024 in 2014. David Cho said he raped a woman.
yeah.
Then he claimed. Then it says he claimed it was fiction.
I mean, nobody really. I don't know.
Nobody jokes about raping somebody.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's uncomfortable to talk about. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why he would say he was joking about that, and you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. There might be times where you might not think that you're doing something like that because maybe somebody didn't say something or something like that. But in the context that I heard about it was like he definitely knew at the time that it was some sort of sexual assault, and he kind of joked about it. And it's like, that's not funny, man. It's like, what if some dude raped you and was like, ha ha ha, remember that one time when I fucked you in the ass and you said no?
Yeah.
It's like, that's not funny, man.
I mean, the way you said it was kind of funny.
Yeah, but I'm just, I'm hamming it up. But in actuality, that's pretty fucking horrific. So,
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Like, I didn't know that until today. Just he learned from the podcast.
Yeah, so there you go. And that's a guy that I kind of used to sort of like, just like Joe Rogan, but not so much anymore. So, yeah. Anyway, that was depressing.
Well, I was gonna say, like, yeah, I've only seen the first episode. We're gonna, because I may have been waiting for the sweetness so we can watch it together. But like, kids and work and being unemployed kind of steps in the way. But
yeah.
hoping you get back in the swing of watching it.
Honestly, I mean, because the show's not about, David Cho. It's about the guy that plays
Steven
Glenn.
Yeun.
I keep thinking of him as Glenn.
Yeah, that's me too. Steven Yeun.
And Ali Wong. Yeah, Steven Yeun and Ali Wong. And honestly, the first episode is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get to the bathroom scene?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I watched the whole first episode, and I was like, ha, ha, ha.
I couldn't remember if that was like episode 1 or episode 2, but like,
yeah.
yeah. When the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I need to go," and like she goes to the bathroom, he just fucking pissed on everything. Like,
yeah.
How did you have that much pee in you?
I mean,
damn.
It's timing, man. I think you'd be amazed, like how much, because people, when you pee into a toilet, right, you don't actually see like the amount of volume that goes into the toilet because it's full of water, right, and your pee is fucking mostly water, so you don't notice. But like when you have a kid that pees the bed and they have tiny fucking bladders, all right, and it's a lot of liquid. Imagine that as like a fully grown ass fucking person. Like how much liquid comes out of your body? Because there's sometimes, especially when I might be on some, some substances, where I'm peeing and it seems like fucking forever. It's
Yeah.
like how much pee is gonna come out of my body, and yeah, I'm sure that it's definitely more than a Gatorade bottle. So
So I just out of curiosity, I was like, I wonder how much pee can a person have. So on National Institute of Health, it says that the urinary bladder can hold up to 500 milliliters of urine in a woman and 700 milliliters in a man.
that's more than half a liter in a man. So yeah,
And let's convert the millimeters to ounces because we're Americans. Well, that's one. It gave me gallons for a second there. Like what? I don't know.
I mean, most people would know gallons, but if you don't know liters,
Damn, 700 milliliters is 23 fluid ounces. That's
what is that in
fucking.
cups?
That's 2 cans. That's there's 4 cups.
Yeah, it's
Almost 4
it's
cups.
a lot. So
That's a lot. How much? 3 cups. It's 3 cups. Sorry, my math was off.
3 cups
28
is still,
ounces.
That's I mean, take
still a lot.
3 cups of water and then just like pour it anywhere. So it's that's a lot, and that's just like one pee session. So imagine if you're like
That's
holding
almost
it up.
that's almost a quart.
Yeah,
Because there's 4 quarts in a gallon, or 4 cups in a quart, I believe.
I'm still thinking about liters because I understand liters as well.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I always need to convert it.
Remember
When it comes to like,
Remember, like when you were kids, you had like a 2 liter.
mm-hmm.
So just
Well, yeah, I mean,
half of
yeah,
that. There you go. So make it easy for you guys and ladies, because ladies listen too. Thank you very much, ladies.
That's really weird because like 2 liters were like the only time it actually was measured in like that measurement. Everything else is like, oh, I get a 12 ounce, like a can of Coke is 12 ounces, or like 20 ounces.
It's
Gallon.
America's fucking stupid. Like the way we do our measurements is fucking dumb, and we really need to go to like the metric system because that's like way more easier to understand. Because it's like, it's by basis of whatever. Like you got milliliter, you got centimeters, millimeters, meters. You got these are fucking inches, feet, fucking yards. Like what the fuck? Like, these things are not like equivalences. Like they're so fucking stupid. But we still use them, even like miles, like in as when we say miles, but like kilometers are way easier to understand, like in your mind, because it's a base of another metric. But miles, it's like it's off. So I understand miles, obviously, because we grew up with it, but it's a really odd measurement.
Yeah, it's like one of the, because I was looking at I've thought about this when I was younger, like when you type out like feet and inches, like say somebody's like 5'12", you do that like that one little dash for the feet and then like 2 dashes for the inches. It's like that. Why? Why is it that fucking way?
Yeah, it should be like I remember when I was in the Marine Corps, they measured me in like I think it was like centimeters or whatever, and it was just like, oh, all right, well. And then, but also, there's certain places like if you're in England, if you're in like the UK, and you listen to this, like, oh yeah, America with their fucking imperial system. It's like, listen, you still measure people's weight in stones, so fuck you, all right?
As long as they're not weighing bananas that way.
Yeah. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot.
8 foot.
No. Daylight
So,
come. There was go home.
There was a thing I saw on Jeopardy recently, or at least a TikTok video I saw, where they talk about words that are spelled the same but sound different. And I was like, that's why English is fucking hard, because like, so like there was a question like, oh, I don't want to go to a question, but like the word like tier and tear spelled the same, pronounced differently. There was produce and produce. Yeah, produce spelled the same.
It's contextual.
What was another one? Yeah, there was a bunch of them. Like, man, that's why English is fucking like hard. Like words spelled the same, but like it's just. And the one that grinds my gears is like, I mean, I know how it works, but like they, like there,
and
there. Yeah, it's like if somebody spelled it wrong, just the contents of the sentence. Don't grammar shame them.
What?
Just because the fucking sounds same.
Yeah, that's why I stopped. I used to be not a total grammar Nazi, but I used to be kind of more of a grammar Nazi. And then I realized that, listen, if I can understand basically like what you're saying, like I don't really give a shit, especially because like a lot of this like grammar Nazi shit is like kind of racism, like to be honest with you. And because certain people have access to, you know, certain education systems that other people don't. And as long as you can understand what they're saying on a base level, don't get me wrong, there's sometimes where I'm just like, I don't really fucking
Like,
get
oh
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if I can basically understand what you're saying, like I'm not going to give you shit. And, you know, I think people are, they're trying to be like really elitist about language. And it's kind of fucked up and just,
That
yeah,
yeah.
it's like, come on, man. If you get it, if you can understand
Like,
what they're saying, just, you got it.
like one of the things that I didn't realize until like I don't know, probably like way after high school was that I would say ask. Like, hey, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, it's well,
Like
that's
I
one of them.
literally didn't know that I
Yeah.
did not know that I was saying it incorrectly until somebody like kept pointing it out like over and over again. It's like that's not something that you can just easily fucking change. Like that's just how you learn how to say the word. And even though I knew what I was like, when I type it out, I'll say ASK, but the way it came out of my mouth was AX.
Well, I mean, honestly, like when I think about these things, like I thought about like, you know, our friendship, because I've known you since we were in high school, and our socioeconomic statuses before you were in high school are like vastly different. You know what I mean? Even though
Oh,
you know, when I was way younger, I grew up poor, but like when you met me, like my family was okay. You know what I mean? As far
yeah.
as like money went, but I still had access to probably a higher education than you did when you lived in, you know, it was in Menlo Park or East Palo Alto.
East Palo Alto, motor
Yeah.
capital of the world,
Yeah. So, you know, it's, and you fuck up words
all the time.
all, yeah, it's all the time. But I know what you're saying, you know, and it's not like, yeah. So every time I think about like when somebody says something that I can basically understand that they might say wrong, I think about you and like just like the way people were like brought up, you know, and yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. This guy he left old ninja forever because he's not joining back on
I
here.
think Otis is gone.
Yeah. Did he say anything in the chat?
Not that I saw so far.
Oh yeah, yeah. He said he's got to call it. He can't get back online. I think it's
Okay.
it's completely down.
It's fine.
I guess we can
Yeah, go
go ahead and wrap it up.
We're
Wrap it on
around
up.
about 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kronos, what you got going on with your life?
I am. I'm surviving at this point. I'm trying to keep it all rolling. I'm trying to keep all my shit together. But it's hard. You know, I've been going through some shit over the past year, and like I said, it just keeps getting harder. But yeah, I'm keeping it going, and I know I'm probably gonna have to move in the next 3 months. That's gonna be another fucking bullshit. Hopefully, we can buy a house.
I was gonna say yeah. Like, are you guys in the market for buying a house, or is everything still fucking kind of complicated?
I mean, it's complicated, but I mean, at this point, we're just gonna have to like bite the bullet and like have just a crazy fucking house payment, you know, for like hopefully not a long period of time. But you know, interest rates are insane. Like I'm looking at least $1,000 increase on like what I'm used to in housing payment. And like right now, what I'm paying right now is like, you know, $700 more than my old mortgage payment. So, so I have to toss on at least, you know, $300 on top of that. So, but yeah, I have, you know, things that I can do to like soften the blow, but you know, we need to own a home again. I don't like the house that I'm in. It's cool to have like the infinity base again that nobody's been to, which is weird because this is literally a shed again, which is cool. It's actually larger than the old infinity base, but I need to feel comfortable, and I haven't felt comfortable in a year, like where I've been living, and that's fucking weird. So hopefully we can buy something, you know, in the next couple months, and I can feel at least comfortable in that aspect again. But yeah, life for me is not going to be back to normal for a good long time. I'm just the only thing that I'm happy for right now in my life is that that my daughter is doing good in school. It's one of the few things anyway.
She's been killing it. All the awards and stuff she's been winning.
Yeah, she's been doing great in school. So she's graduating. She's going to first grade in like a couple months, which is weird because it's like it's year-round school here.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's year round, right? Like
Yeah, so we got to put her in camp for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then she's right back to school, in first grade. So, yeah,
See, it's funny. I was thinking about like our little son, little baby Bash. Like he's in daycare, so he's in daycare year round. I'm like, dude, if he goes to school, like he's gonna have the summer off. Like, what the hell are we gonna do with him during the summertime? Like school may need to be year round just for a break for the adults. But then again, like I remember being a kid and summer break was like that was like fucking shit.
it
But then
was.
again,
But
I feel it was cooler in high school than it was when I was younger.
well, you just gotta. I mean, you gotta put him in camps. I mean, honestly, if you can, after he's in, done with just daycare, then put him in Montessori. Because I
Yeah.
think you already do it like the Montessori way anyway. So it's put it in Montessori. That's basically year round anyway. And then once he goes to pre-K slash K, um, then just put him in camps in between school years. So,
Yeah.
but Montessori is like it's year round. So with literally no fucking breaks. As far as when our daughter was in, there's no breaks. It was year round, coursework and learning. So that shit was great. But you got to pay for it. It's expensive. So
And now we're paying for daycare. Is that all? Is that all for you?
yeah. What you got, man?
For me, so I randomly got inspired to start like getting outside and like running. So I've actually been 2 weeks straight. Every day I've ran. I've originally I started like running like half of there's like so when I go off to drop off my son Ash at daycare, there's a park near there. And like I just was like, you know what? Fuck it, I need to get out and start running. And yeah, like first I started running like half a mile because like one lap around the park is like half a mile, and then eventually this week or like starting last week I actually ran it's half a mile to run around the park once, and this week I started running around the park twice, so that's like 1 mile, and just I don't know, just trying to get out there, get some more exercise, just because I've been kind of like just kind of slumming around and like sleeping in and stuff like that, trying to get more healthy, but like also both my my younger brother and my mom both had like minor strokes recently, and so I'm like,
Brother
okay,
did too?
I need to. My younger brother Paul,
Yeah, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
he had one like about a year ago or something like that.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's in the hospital, but I'm like, yo, I need to get my shit together. So I've been kind of trying to work out, running every day, trying to get that heart rate up. But it's just, I mean, it's very freeing to be running and like, I'm trying to hit like certain goals. So I'm running, like I'm trying to like, try to run half the way without having to stop, or like, try to go this certain distance without having to stop or taking shorter breaks. But no, it's been kind of good. I'm actually feeling better, like health wise. Like I don't know, like I mean, I'm not sure if it's just health or stress, but like I just feel a whole lot better. I haven't lost like weight from it yet. I haven't really measured myself, but no, it's just kind of good. And the weather's been really nice in the morning, so I'm able to like get things done. I finished the Google certification program for data analysts. I finished that like about like 2 weeks ago. I used to work on my case study, but it's funny. I actually applied for a job, and I got an email saying that I was overqualified. I'm like, wait, what? Like,
Then you should hire me twice,
okay.
bitch.
Yeah, you should pay me more. How
Yeah.
about that? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm just still out there for the job hunt. I'm applying more for data analyst role versus project managing, but I'm still doing project managing stuff too. Whatever comes first. I have to pay some bills. I need money. I got a test I got to pay for.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other than that, this weekend we're gonna do the 3-day potty training session with Little Baby Bash. So that's gonna be kind of exciting. So the whole 3-day program, the way that
Hold
it
on,
works
it's gonna
is
be
that
exciting with air quotes.
yeah, airport, yeah.
It's
There's gonna be a lot
of
of poop.
work.
It's a lot of poop and pee that's gonna be going on. But yeah, so we're doing the whole 3-day program where basically he walks around in underwear. I mean, there's another program where he walks around like with just a long t-shirt on, with the underwear on. But I'm like,
Don't do that.
yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
At least with like with underwear, he can like have the sensation that he peed on himself or something like that, so he can understand like, okay, I need to go to the bathroom. So, but I need to buy I still need to buy stuff. So I need to get like the toilet seat cover or the toilet seat, because we have a we have a potty for him, and he knows how to like sit on it. and say like potty and stuff like that. But like this kid takes massive shits. Like his shits are like legendary.
Bro,
Like
yeah,
he
ours.
takes full
Riley
grown
does
man
too.
poops.
Yeah, Riley.
Yeah, I
When
don't.
she was like little, she would clog the
I
toilet.
remember
I'm
this
like, how
story.
the fuck does it come out of your body?
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired of changing diapers. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like this kid poops way too much. I mean, he like poops like once a day, but still, like I'm tired of changing poopy diapers. But no. So yes, I need to get that and like the footstep and like when I brought up a little chart to have like a little sticker system and like get some candy for him, kind of reward him. So we'll see how it all works out. Hopefully, it works out. But I still got to figure out like how things work with daycare because they don't potty train there, and I'm not sure how it's gonna work with like if he's used to not wearing diapers anymore, but he has to wear a diaper when he goes to daycare. He's like, well, obviously, fucking, it's my diaper again. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. But other than that, just continue to fend life and kind of see
You know
how
what you
things
do
are going.
if they don't do the potty training thing? You just send extra clothes.
Yeah, I probably have to do that.
Oh, that's the once your kid starts going into like school situations and stuff like that, you just send extra. Even with Riley right now, she always has an extra set of clothes in her backpack. So
Yeah, I have probably have to set about a third bag because we got a lunch bag, a diaper bag, and then, actually no, he wouldn't get a diaper bag anymore. That bag could just be full with clothes.
yeah,
because
put
he'll be
clothes in
potty
there.
trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. All right, cool. That's a good idea. But other than that, just kicking, chilling, maxing, relaxing, b-balls outside of school.
I was gonna say that's
Ah.
funny because you said that because I was thinking about Fresh Prince of Bel Air. There's a really good YouTube channel called FD Signifier, who's a black dude, and he talks a lot about like really complex issues. Like he had a really good one on Black Boys Are Not Safe, and it was about most of it was about like Will Smith, and he gave a really good take on Will Smith's like breakdown with slapping Chris Rock last year. And it's like one of the most poignant takes that I took that I didn't really think about because I didn't know. But apparently, Will Smith's mom was abused by his dad.
Abused by her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he talks about it in his book.
Yeah, I didn't know because I didn't read his book. But apparently, that was probably like the triggering thing of like, Chris Rock disrespecting his wife, and then like him being triggered, and then that's what like had him do that, and like him being under like the white gaze for like so long and like trying to be perfect, and it's just like it's real deep, and like most of his like videos are like kind of long, but they get deep into like a lot of issues like masculinity and just like the manosphere and like all these other issues. He's like a really good YouTube channel. If you're a black dude, actually if you're fucking anybody, just watch his fucking channel, FD Signifier, for like some education and like a variety of like issues, but especially if you're a black dude. So,
well, like kind of jump back to the whole Will Smith slap thing. Like after reading doing an audiobook for him, like the whole situation with his mom and like the fact that he played like a dad, who protected his daughter, like the whole slap thing, it kind of made sense to me. Like when he slapped Chris Rock, I'm like, okay, he was disrespecting his girl and stuff like that. He's like want to be protective, but then like Will Smith has gone through a lot of fucking shit, like growing up with him being like a PG rapper and like everybody thinking of him as a little punk, this and that. Like I think he was just at kind of like at the breaking point when that whole slap happened.
I mean, I give him. There's a little bit of that too, but also the only reason why he slapped Chris Rock is because Chris Rock was not on his celebrity level, and he knew it was safe for him to do that. Like he would not have done that to any white person. He would not have done that to anybody else that was, significantly larger than him or more famous than him, that was also black. So let's just be honest. Yeah. So, and I think that's like, there's a lot to be unpacked there about that. Because, he knew that for him to do that to Chris Rock, he was safe to do that because he was on a different level. And you can see with the way that he portrayed himself he went to a fucking party and partied it up that night as he just humiliated another black man on the largest on a huge stage, and he didn't give it another fucking thought, and he didn't even think about like really apologizing to him
for a long time. And
he disrespected your wife, but you know what? Your wife disrespected you on the national stage too. So there's a lot to be said there. And I'm not blaming Jada for any of this. I'm just saying that what Will did was it had to do with like privilege, and his privilege of being like where he was in life and where, you know, Chris Rock was, and it was fucked up. Anyway.
Once again, that was a good ass fucking joke. G.I. Jane 2 was a great fucking joke.
It was an okay joke. I mean, most people wouldn't even fucking got it.
Yeah, that's true too.
To be honest, I mean, like, most people didn't watch G.I. Jane. So, yeah. And it's an old ass fucking movie. Anyway, that's a whole other fucking thing. Yeah.
Go ahead and wrap this up. You just listened to Black and Black Times Infinity.
Infinity!
How do I do my own outro intro?
You just did.
Yeah. You can find us anywhere on the web at Black and Black Times Infinity. Check out our webpage at BenHab Productions /BThenBTI. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere, any social media platform at BThenBTI. Make sure you listen to our podcast. We go live every Wednesday at 8:30ish CB time. So if you want to come check out us live, jump up in our chat room. You also can join us on Discord. We have a Discord, so hit us up on bthenbti@gmail.com, and we'll go ahead and add you. And with that being said, thanks for listening to the podcast, and we'll check you out next week. Later.
Put your oxygen mask on first before you put on others.